The Reserve Bank of India has allowed Bandhan Bank to open new branches after it partially complied with the central bank's shareholding norms. The relief, however, is subject to certain conditions. Let's discuss this with Mr. Chandra Ghosh. He's the MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank. He's joining us on the phone line right now. It's a sort of a relief there, Mr. Ghosh, with the RBI giving you conditional approval to open new branches. Can you talk a little bit more about what this entails?
We are happy that our effort to compliance is recognized by the regulator, and this letter have been held to the spirit to us to further growth of the business and simultaneously like to compliance as per RBI guidelines.
It says that you have to open 25% of new branches in unbanked rural areas. 25% of what is the total quantum of branches that you're looking to expand, sir?
No, if it is said that it's a general banking industry have the RBI rules, that is any of the bank open the branch in any financial year, their 25% will be a unbanked rural. So that is the normal phenomenon. So that is we are maintaining every time on that. So if I open the 1,000 branch, the 25 branch must be a unbanked rural. That is the matter.
All right. So this is not a new condition. This is
no. It is a normal.
It is a normal condition. Okay.
So applicable for all banks.
Okay. So can you talk about how many more new branches you hope to open now in the upcoming year?
No, if you see that this year we have a plan, another 250 branch will be open by March 2020. So we are like to going to open on that. And the next year and onwards, according to the board approval and the business plan, so we'll be decide on that how much we'll be like to open in the next year and next to next year. So this will be not the letter have been helped us to not to restrict in a business growth. The business growth will be like to make as usual on that.
Sure. Can you tell us, are there any covenants or restrictions to this? Because this seems like an open letter to you to go out and do as long as you open 25%, as you said, which is applicable to all banks. So there are no conditions that have been set for you to open the branches. This almost seems like a full relief from what you're saying.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And you're saying that the options for the next year are subject to the board approval as and when the decisions get taken.
Correct.
Okay. Just one follow-up on the, slightly moving away from this. There is a CRIF report that came out yesterday which spoke about how due to the issues that are there and the unrest that is there in certain parts, the growth of the MFI industry and some of the far-flung rural banks have taken a bit of a hit in the October to the December quarter. Can you just give us a brief about how is the situation right now, and is growth becoming a challenge in areas like Assam or some of the other places like Kerala maybe, for example, where these issues are now more pronounced, sir?
So if you see that we are not much more operation in Kerala. So if I say that in the Assam point of view, now it has been stabilized. So that if you see that in the last 1 month, weather is in very much at peace, and because of this is the last quarter always the business growth will come. So as of today, I feel that the business growth is as usual coming on that in that states. So I am not feeling that the business growth will be like to go down because of that cause. And as usually last quarter always is the better. This quarter also coming as a good way in future.
Okay. Mr. Ghosh, final question from my end. Now that you have this option and this relief to go out and open branches, and you gave us a number of what you would do by March 2020, the number seems large considering there is only 1 month left. You reckon you'll be able to open those many branches? And therefore, does this change the growth estimates that you internally would have had before and after this order?
So anyhow, if you see that I have the plan on that 150 banking outlet can be opened by March. So now I can open. That not means this 250 business will be affected or coming on this March. So that will be automatically every time on that in the last quarter, any of the banking outlet open, their business will become on the next year.
Of course, completely
So
agree.
in that sense,
But still, since...
So that sense, it will become in the next year.
No, I agree, sir.
But this year, whatever we have targeted the plan to achieve the business in this year, we'll continue on that. We have not any disturb on this.
Agree, sir. So therefore, my question I'm not saying that it will impact business this year, but one, will you be able to open as many branches by March? And two, what kind of changes does it bring about to estimates for the next year? Because this relief has come in today, it may well have come 2 months down the line. We wouldn't have known that. So now that it has come, does it change the growth estimates for you internally?
No, if you see that in the last couple of months, these branches already we have been approved by the board and we applied to the Reserve Bank of India for their concern as per earlier restriction. And we are also simultaneously preparing all the matters on that, selecting the house for branch and the decoration, everything. We are prepared on that. For that basis, I have been said that 250 I can be open by March, not all. So this is a one side. And the second point on that, you said that the business point of view, actually business, we are not like to depend on that of how many branch we are opening in the last quarter. This branch we even planned earlier was in the last quarter will be open, which can be production will come to the next year. For that reason, I say that without these 250 branches or the 250 business outlets, we are able to complete my business plan, to achieve my business plan as usual on that. I have not any feel that because of this 250 is opening in the March, so my business will be like to reduce. No. We are good enough from the branch.
Right. Mr. Ghosh, so probably, put in another way, your own internal loan book growth projections, deposit growth projections, would they change materially? I mean, keeping in mind the on-ground activity versus any material difference that you see happening on the back of these 250 branches?
If you see that as of today, we have the branch 1,010. And each branches, we have the average the customer and the 4,000. If we see that the private bank, this type of branch have the average the customer is in 15,000 to 20,000. So I have the enough space of existing branches to acquire the new customers on that. So we are that way have been seen that we are not affected because of 250 branch. I have not opened in the mid of the year. I have been opening in the March.
Okay. All right. So with that run rate, 250 branches at a run rate of 4,000 customers and 4,000 accounts, you would assume another 10 lakh accounts for the additional 250?
Come in the next couple of years. No?
Yeah.